So the question is, why did I go back to a film that I finished 20 years ago and had already been distributed? I believe the reason is truly centered around 9/11. I had already started shooting, and so come September, there was quite a lot of footage in the can at that point. The effects of 9/11 on myself and pretty much all filmmakers at that time, as well as television and other media, were drastically affected by that. And a lot of film productions just shut down. A lot of people decided not to make films that they were planning on making, films that were going to be upsetting perhaps to people. So there I was with this story that at the time I felt would have embraced the idea of a major event that occurred in America. Everybody was going to be talking about, and it was going to be this big media event, and my story was going to be kind of carved out right in the middle of all that without trying to make the story too broad. I didn't have a budget to do big crowd scenes and things like that. So this was the sort of the environment of my film was what happens if this big event occurs, this assassination happens. And that was the backdrop to my film.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a profile of the suspect in this case, and we have identified him as Walter Lee Fitzgerald. Forensics has confirmed that the bullet killing Reverend Franklin Kennedy was fired from a gun that was in Mr. Fitzgerald's possession.
It was, how can you continue and say that this story is going to be a massive, important thing to the American public? So what was the result of that was that I had this one direction that I was going with my film, which was going this way. And I had built up a lot of footage to support that direction. And I decided, well, if I'm going to shoot this film, if I'm going to make this film, I'm going to go in this other direction.
Why are you here?
I need you to write a story for me.
You want me to write a story for you?
I guess I knew instinctively that I was going to want to go back. It was just a matter of when. When am I going to come back to this? So basically, what I did was I said, okay, I'm going to take all the other stuff out, and I'm going to replace what we have along with the footage that I pretty much kept out of the film, put all of that back, and edit the original idea as best as I could with the footage that I had. Now, the name. So what would be the name of this new film? What doing the film again meant to me, what coming back to it meant for me was, it was basically finishing something that was unfinished. And I was looking at this footage that I had of an artist, and I thought, this is it. This is what this film is about. And I thought, well, it's perfect. She never finishes that portrait because the Reverend Franklin Kennedy is killed. This film is about the unfinished work of heroes. And it was the only thing that encompassed everything. It wasn't really about Reverend Franklin Kennedy. It wasn't really about Walter Lee Fitzgerald. It wasn't about his wife. It was about all these people's lives, and there was a sort of equal distribution of the story to these three main characters. All around, it was unfinished work.
And so may it be. My life may be taken, but would it be taken out of vain? No. 1,000 lives that would be changed, whether I make it or not. But someone out there will have a better life because they believe in something. And what they believe in? Not me. No. They believe in themselves. Believing in me is nothing. I'm just a tool. I'm a guy with a key, open the door, and you walking free. And by doing that, Your life changes and my life changes. And that's my legacy I want to leave behind, whether it be a year from now or 20 years from now. But that's my legacy I want to leave.